good morning, and good morning to you. The day is just beginning. There's so much to do. And good morning, good morning, good morning to you. I have to wash a coffee cup. I got nothing to drink out of. Good morning, good morning, good morning to you. So good morning, good morning, good morning to you. Good morning. The day is just beginning. There's so much to do. And good morning, good morning, good morning to you. And good morning to you. All right. Good morning to you. Oh, what am I doing? Start that. Those towels are done. Okay. Good morning. Hi to hello. And save some room for Jesus, everybody. Oh no. That reminded me that tonight is Jamie's first ever live where she's going to be Dear Jamie, secrets and advice and all of those fun things. And how crazy is it that I'm so excited to watch this episode? I know. I wanted to be a part of it. I wanted to be a member of all of this. But she's already received tons of email, and she's going to have to change that up a little bit because her email is just full of stuff. So I don't think that was the idea. I do think that she wants to make it more streamlined because her email is just going to be clogged. Once this thing gets going, and I understand everybody wants to share their stories. Hey everybody, good morning and hi to hello. Everybody wants to share their story, and that's a beautiful thing actually. But you have to find a way to streamline it to where you're not going to be overwhelmed, you know? And so I don't know how she's going to do it, but Jamie's a smart girl. She'll figure it out. But she has read some compelling emails and some dirty little secrets. You know she tells me, right? I know the secrets. I hope that's okay. We're not going to talk about names, but no, I was talking to her yesterday, and we're trying to find it to where not every single story is going to be the same. But we were just kind of talking through some ideas about everything. Coffee is brewing. Yes, it is. Oh boy, here comes our Jennifers, and there's a lot of them. I had no idea we had so many Jennifers on the page. But and they're all funny too. They're all funny. Well, let me turn you guys around while we're waiting for this coffee. Let me just show you the morning view that I have. I'm just going to walk you outdoors. You guys come with me. We're going to come right back in. I'm not going to go out and feed, but we have a beautiful morning underway. And over here are those three. Gemma is becoming quite the handful. I love her, y'all. Don't get me wrong. I love her. But she's quite the handful. Val is amazing. I love everything about Val. And I'm also going to let her back out this morning when I feed. The only hard thing about letting Val out is when I have to put her back in, Gemma wants to bum rush the gate. And when Gemma's bum rushing the gate, I have a hard time getting Val back in there. That was my issue yesterday. But I love the fact that Val was able to come out and have a full meal without Gemma and Talus running her around. There's Talus underneath the barn you see he's on the protein lick. That means he's going to come over and he's just going to be a mess. He's going to be a sloppy mess. Now, in case you're wondering about Rita and Roman, don't worry. They are right over here, sort of hiding behind my tractor. There's Roman. Hi, handsome. Here's Roman over here. And they are all ready for their morning breakfast. And I'll get to that, guys. I will get to that. Now, if you're saying, where's Rita? I don't see her. Let me find Rita. Did she walk down the fence line? Is she laying in the hay? You never really know with that girl. Oh boy. See, this is problems over here too. I love them, guys. Don't get me wrong. I love them. I shouldn't say mean things about them. But whenever I let Val out, see, this is going to be a problem. Because Val's going to come out. And they're going to start neighing and running along my fences over here. And Val is going to want to walk over towards them. It's just normal. And I'm going to have all kinds of drama. So, as far as that letting Val out thing, now I'm having second thoughts. I think that she'll eat first. So what I may do is go ahead and put a halter on her along with a lead. Let her come out to eat, but just loosely tie her somewhere so she can't run off when she's done, and I'll just put her right back in. Don't know for sure. Anyway, I hope you all are having a great start to your day. I want to also attempt to zoom in. I know it's going to be hard because that's a long ways away. But way over on the tree line, I mean way over there, you have deer coming out of the woods or making their way back into the woods. It might be that time of day to make their way back to the woods. And that's always beautiful to see. All right, everyone else, as far as the longhorns go, are scattered around. I see a few here at the feed buggy. There's a couple down the hill over here on the dry hay. There's a few more on that roll of dry hay. And that kind of surprises me because even the riffraff have not eaten all of their hay. Yet my cows have eaten all of their hay down. So I do have 3 more rolls. I do have 3 rolls inside this barn, and there's more in Plum Grove in the big barn. So I can bring more hay over. I just thought with all this green grass and, their feed buggy, they would not be into the dry hay as much. But no, they're absolutely eating that dry hay still. So I don't mind putting those out. Not today, though. My job today is going to be come out after I feed up this morning, jump on the tractor, and start working on that pasture over here. I'm going to mow it. Remember, we want to keep we mow for 2 reasons. A lot of folks are saying, why would you mow if it's summertime and you want your cows and horses to graze? Why would you mow? Hey, let me ask that question. That would be a great trivia question. Depending on how well you've been watching videos, because I've discussed this several times, does anyone know why, even though it's summertime and we have cows and horses grazing, why would I still want to mow? Why would I still want to mow? I'm just going to try to read a few comments here while you guys are looking out the window. Oh boy! Look at you guys. You're saying everything. I'm so proud of you. I am so very proud of you. You guys, look at the comments. I love you. I am so proud of you. Oh, that makes me feel so good. You guys have no idea how good that makes me feel. Oh, thank you, y'all. You listen. Some of y'all do listen. Some of y'all are great students, or maybe you've learned from somebody else. Okay, let me go ahead and just get my coffee. Let me get my coffee. We'll start with that. That's the most important. And then we'll talk about it. We'll talk more about it after I pour up this coffee. I am taking a to-go cup with me today because I will be sitting out on the tractor for a bit. And I'm excited about this. Uh-oh. Yes, I'm using soap. There. I am so proud of you. So some of the things that you guys were saying when I asked why I would still choose to mow, even though we have cows and horses grazing on the pasture, there's several reasons, okay? And so I saw someone talked about the tender, that you would rather have a tender grass, and that is absolutely one reason. We do want grass to stay tender. It's a lot easier to chew, eat, digest, all of those things if the grass is tender. And so ultimately when you have grass that starts growing, and our grass has been growing for several months now, and it's already probably this long in certain areas, that grass towards the top where the cows, the horses eat, it's not very tender. It's very coarse. So what you see is your cows and horses are kind of going down into the grass, burying their heads down into it, trying to find a more tender grass, the tender pieces of the grass. So we're going to mow for that reason, to get our grass down to about 5 or 6 inches, because remember, the gums, the lips, the gums of a horse and cow are thick. So they need at least 3 or 4 inches to be able to eat off the ground. You don't want them eating right at the ground level, because that makes you prone to parasites. Parasites live in the dirt. Parasites also live on high grass. You got different kinds of parasites and where they choose to live and thrive. So you don't want them eating on the dirt, but you don't want them eating up high neither. So we do it for parasites, we do it for the tenderness of the grass, and the other thing is weed control. Right now you have a whole, spring and all the rain, you have all kinds of stuff growing, natural things that have been growing in these pastures for years because they've not been manicured and taken care of. So what you can do, your first mowing of the year is really your most important. You have to put that blade down as low as you can and go ahead and cut it right as low as you can. Now, I don't want to do that with the horse pastures because they need to eat off of that still. So I'm going to go fairly low, but in that, you cut everything down to the right size, and then your grasses grow a lot faster than what your weeds will. So hopefully your grasses will go ahead and shoot right back up, enough so they can choke out the weeds. Yes, guys, I'm so very proud of you. How do you guys know that kind of stuff? Oh my goodness gracious. I'm just so very proud. You don't know how proud that makes me. Anyway, that means that you actually listen. I would like to say a coffee clinks to you all. If you'd all want to get your coffee club cups, get your coffee cups, hold them up, get your water bottles, your tea, whatever you drink, your Dr. Pepper, your Coke, and hopefully not your Propels based on that note we got last night. And let's all do a coffee clinks to each other. All right. There you go. Thank you. Oh, this is good. This is very good. Let's go ahead and get me some anti-aging pills in because I'm going to probably be needing these. Yeah, spending time on the tractor is not always easy. Yesterday was a little bit difficult because I was on the tractor for an hour and a half or so here, and then I took that long drive to South Houston to watch my son play in a soccer game, which I'm not complaining. I'm very blessed to have a son who's active in sports and all those kind of things. It was fun watching him play. A lot of people were asking last night, did he score any goals? So, on a soccer team, just like on a football team, not every player is a striker. Not every player is, so Lex plays defense. And on soccer, on defense, it's very rare he would ever get to score a goal. I don't know. I can't think of a scenario. So Lex plays defense, so he's along the back side. So whenever the other team comes down and they pass through the different levels of players, Lex and his size and his speed makes him more apt for playing defense. So he does well at what he does. But remember, not every player scores goals. Not every player scores touchdowns. So it's not like baseball where every player has a chance to bat. It's not quite like that. Okay, well, I'll tell you what. So that's my plan today, is to get out with the tractor, mow this second pasture here, and then I'm not going to worry about mowing the back with the cows quite yet. You know, having 24 cows out there, all grazers, I really want to gauge that pasture this year and see how they do with it without me having to mow it. Now, there may be some areas around the barn here that get kind of high that I want to kind of keep groomed up, just clean for video purposes, keep the property looking beautiful. But by and large, I'm going to go ahead and just wait on the back 25 acres and watch and see how the cows do. Hopefully, I would love to be able to get to about 40 head at some point, and then when we get to that 40 head, have enough to have them keep it grazed and not have to mow that ever again. But there are still a few spots where weeds are popping up that I'll have to mow eventually. So I miss seeing their little personalities. I wonder who you're talking about. Well, the thistle's not to a point yet where it's seeding. So if you mow that thistle before it can seed, you're going to be okay. That's talking about those weeds we talked about earlier. So thistle is a very invasive species of plant that can end up taking over your pasture if you're not careful. And what you have to do is get rid of that stuff. Some folks will come by and dig it out of the ground. Some will come by and burn it at the roots, just torch it. And then others will just keep it mowed so it never has a chance to start spreading. So the roots are already there. But when it begins to pop up, if you can cut it before it begins to seed, you'll be okay. If it begins to seed and then you cut it, you're going to end up spreading seed all over the place. And that's going to be worse for you. Yeah, that's a lot worse. I can't read every comment, friends. I can't read every comment. They're going by a little bit too fast. Blessed to have the comments, and I will get back to reading them all later. I feel like I'm a little tongue-tied this morning. Oh, so someone says they spray theirs. That's not a bad idea either. If you could get you a pump sprayer and put a weed killer in there and then just drive around and spray it right at the roots, you could do that also. Yeah, that's true. That actually would be one of the easiest ways to get rid of them. But you'd have to have a weed killer, and probably a very heavy duty one too. I am putting on my working hands, guys. I'm putting on my working hands. I hope that you guys enjoyed the chick video yesterday. That was a lot of fun. And people who did not watch the video, I tell you what, there's some sensitive viewers out there, y'all. Lots of sensitive viewers. And sometimes I forget that. I always tell you I wouldn't trade you for anything. But there are some sensitive viewers. And there were some that were highly sensitive to the fact that the dogs were running along and the cats were running along with the chicks, saying that if they were to get after them, there's no way I would stop them before they were able to kill one. But I was trying to gauge their behavior around the chicks to make sure that we're not going to have issues. We have a lot of barn cats. And I want the cats and the dogs to get familiar with the chickens running around so that they don't chase them down and shake them. And if I'm there with them the first several times that they interact together, it's the same way when we introduce a new dog or a new cat. If we show our dogs that these are loved, we love these chickens, they're a part of our family here, I do think that they'll be fine. We won't have the same issues as folks who don't introduce them properly. So, all right, well, my coffee's ready. It's in a to-go cup. Are you guys ready to go ahead and move on out with me? We ready to move out and do our roll call? Yes? How do you stop the hawks and eagles? We have bought this year, it's like a volleyball net, but it's a very large one. And we're going to put up some big poles and drape it over the top to hang down. And come from the top and just kind of like come across and then kind of come down at our fences. So the hawks and eagles and those flying predators won't be getting to our chicks or our chickens. My biggest worry though is how do you stop the gosh darn snakes? I kid you not, we have seen very few snakes at Longhorn Lester's. I mean, in the 3 or 4 years, we've seen very few snakes. Very few. Maybe 1 or 2 a year out, and it's always around the pond. Of course, we had the small grass snake that came into the house, and that terrified us. But for the most part, there's just not a lot of snakes there. Yet, Mr. David, our neighbor, shoots a snake almost daily because they have their chickens there. And they're always chicken snakes, rat snakes. And I was like, Jamie, I just don't want to have snakes over here. You know, we've always had our cats to help keep our mice population to a zero. And so we're so blessed for that. But I don't want to have snakes running around, crawling around. Oh, that would be the worst thing ever, to pick up a box and there'll be a snake. I don't want to deal with that. And I know that when you start introducing chickens and eggs, you're going to have to deal with those chicken snakes. Cats keep snakes away. I'm hoping so, because we have about 10. Now, as far as Barnadette and her babies go, what we're going to have to do is get her and those kittens spayed and neutered. And once all that's done, we'll bring them back over here. I know a lot of folks are not going to like that, but I want to keep them together. But there's no need to have 16 barn cats over there and nothing over here. We do have Barnaby who runs around. He's not gentle. I have him on videos. I catch pictures of him all the time eating. But no, I think we need to have those barn cats over here. So Barnadette, the fact that she kind of has her little trade route, I'm not real sure about that one. Some of you guys are saying keep her over there, just bring the kittens once they're old enough over here. But that would separate the mom and the babies, and I'd hate to do that. I know they'll be weaned by then, but still. So, I don't know. There's lots of different opinions. We'll figure it out, though. Snakes and spiders are dead to me. Yeah, me too. I don't care about spiders so much. All right, guys, let's go ahead and grab our things. I need to put on a pair of shoes. I'll do those outside. I also need this phone cover. I'm going to turn off this coffee maker. I will take these glasses for just in case. And I'm wondering if I should put on a hoodie. No, I don't think I'll need one. It's not that cold today. You guys come on. Sorry about that. Let me turn you back around. And I'm going to slip this phone cover around you, if you don't mind. You know what? I better not. I might accidentally turn this thing off. We don't want to do that. I'll be fine. Okay, how are we going to do this morning? What drama is Jim going to put us through today? Because you never know, friends. You never know with this girl. Oh, Lordy. Yeah, I think back to how relaxed our life used to be. Not anymore. Huh. I'm just getting rid of all the snakes, spiders, and rats and green frogs that might have gone into my little boots. We do not want that. Sorry, friends, I'm putting my shoes on. You guys, give me a minute here. Okay, there's one. Remember when it was easy to put your shoes on? Who can remember the day that everything became a lot harder? Yeah, some things get harder as you age, and some things don't. Hey, Reed and Roman. Hey, guys. Okay, let's just take care of Reed and Roman first. I gotta grab their bag of feed. I'm coming over there, sweetie. That was funny. Some things that get harder as you age, or anything that has to do with bending over, sitting down for too long, lots of things that, well, different people have different joint issues. So anything that has to do with the joints, let's just say it that way. Anything that has to do with joints gets harder as you get older. Now, some things that don't get harder with age. The love you have for your animals. Yes, you're able to love your animals more as you get older. Do y'all agree with that? The love you have for your children. Do y'all agree with that? Wait, where'd you guys think I was going with this one? Where did y'all think I was going to go with this one here? Sheesh. Roman, I don't know what's wrong with these people. They have their minds in the gutter, Roman. Their minds are in the gutter. Roman's like, take your minds out the gutter, sweet ladies. Good morning, handsome. Hi, Rita. Good morning to both of you. Good morning to both of you guys. Guys, I need to grab their feed troughs from yesterday. Back up, sweetie. I got to come in there and get that food trough, that food bowl. Hello, handsome. Good morning, Roman. And good morning, sweet Rita. Back up, Rita. Rita, girl, back it up. Back it up, Rita. Back it up, Terrence. Back it up, Terry. Back it up, Terry. Lord. Roman, I got to come down behind you and get your food bowl, sir. I'm getting your food bowl, Roman. And then I'm going to walk out of here and fill it up. Rita, make some room for Daddy, sweetie. Make some room for Daddy and save some room for Jesus too, sweetie. Daddy and Jesus. We're not the same, but you got to make some room for both of us. Make some room for No, Rita. Okay, hold on, friends. Guys, if you will give me a moment, I got to prop this phone up. I can just carry you with me, maybe. I'll tell you what. I remember Lex. It was Lex who had a phone cover that would just fold out. The back had a fold out place that his phone cover turned into a tripod. Not really a tripod, but it had like a leaning thing where it could lean. And that made his life. Roman, don't do that. What did he just do? That looked gross. Don't. That right there is why nothing lasts around here. That right there is why I worry so much about these horses. They put their feet on stuff. All right, guys, give me a moment, please. Here, Roman. Here, Rita. Here, back up. Okay. There's Rita and Roman. They're fine. Val, we're coming, sweetie. We're coming over there next, love. Now, this is where things get real difficult. This is where my life gets real difficult. I'll be back later to love you guys more. I'll also come back and check their waters later, but I'm not doing all that right now. All right, this is where my life gets very difficult. So what I'm going to do is feed Talus and Gemma first, and then hopefully have Val walk out with me. There is some riffraff over here that could be a little bit of a problem, but I think that Val will be more focused on eating than she will running along the fence line. Don't start getting mean, everybody. Don't start getting mean. It's a beautiful day. Come on. What I'm going to do is walk in and get those food bowls and toss them back over here with me. And then I'll slide them back under the gate or the fence. All right. I have a plan, friends. I have a plan. Lester has a plan. Back up, baby. Look, this is nothing. This is just an empty food bowl. This is an empty food bowl, sweetie. Hey, I don't want to get you. I don't want to go up behind you. This is a really bad situation I'm in here. This is a really horrible situation when I get myself in little corners like that. Back up, sweetie. Settle down. Settle down. You're not hungry. You're not like, she's not like that hungry. Baby. Okay. I do love her. Don't think that I don't love her. I do. Maybe I don't show it the same way you would show it. Lester, if you loved her, you'd comb her hair. Guys, I do. I do comb her hair. Lester, if you loved her, you'd rinse her off. I do rinse her off. But she just makes life so difficult sometimes. All right, guys, give me a moment here, please. All right, little bit for Val. I mean for Gemma. Little bit, just a little bit for Talus. Okay, and then we'll give a whole lot more to Val. We're going to slide Talus Man's right there. Okay, then we're going to slide Gemma's over here. Come on, Gemma. Come here, sweetie. Val, you come with me. Come on, Val. Come on, Val. Come on, love, hurry. Here, come on. Come on, hurry. Come here, hurry. Come out. Val, come all the way out, baby. Val, come out. Sweetie, the gate's gonna close on Val. My gosh. Come on, Val. Val, walk all the way to the... Come out, come on. Come on, come on, come on. Okay. Here, sweetie, let's get off the rocks and let's go hide behind this feed buggy so she can't see the riffraff. If I can hide her over here, the riffraff won't be able to see her. We'll also get off the rocks. Over here, sweetie. All right, hold on, love. Give me a minute to pour, guys. There you go. Okay, you eat that, sweetie. Okay, friends, everyone's eating. So we got a little bit of a peaceful scenario here. Everyone's having themselves a bite of morning breakfast. So there you go. All right. Now what I'll have to do is come back and put the halter on Val before she finishes. That way we will not have her trying to run around and do anything silly because those other horses are right over there. Now remember, our males, our boys, Roman and Talus, have been fixed. But you don't fix female horses. You don't spay a horse, a female. So you still have to worry about the girls. And they have two studs over there. I think they call them studs. Two uncut males. And that's bad because they'll end up calling our girls over to them. And they'll end up going along that fence line trying to be naughty along the fence line. And once that happens, it makes it real hard to separate them. Then you get horses running all over. The boys get mad, the girls get mad in a different way, and it just makes a lot of chaos. It creates a lot of chaos, friends. All right, let's go ahead and grab my coffee. I'm gonna take these things to the back of the side-by-side. We'll drive down and visit with some longhorns. How about that? You guys okay with that? This side by side has to be cleaned out soon. I have a lot of stuff to burn. Lots of stuff to burn. I'm not going to carry any muffins with me at all. No muffins today. We have no muffins. So there's nothing to feed. There's nothing to drop off. I don't see any muffins back here. No. All right, let me open the gate and we'll get out of here. Uh-oh. I got a few cows who are still up front. All right, friends. Mount up, ladies. Mount up. Who's riding shotgun? Who's riding the back? Here we go. Let me close this gate back because there's a few cows up front. I need to fill up my water as well. I'm not around. You're so very special. That's good enough. Okay, friends, you guys ready? Let's skedaddle. Here's the beautiful Jenny Lane. She is the daughter of Tex and Santana. There behind her, sticking her in the rear, is Patsy. She's grouchy. She's my old grouchy girl, Patsy. She always has a grouchy face. She loves me, but she does not like anybody else. Patsy. Her mom is Reba. Here's Jezebel and Serenity. Many folks think that Jezebel is your favorite of all of our cows because of her colors. Hey, Serenity. She is beautiful. And I'll tell you this, the sad thing about her, and I said it before, if we were to ever have to sell a cow or send one to auction or whatever, which we would never do that, don't worry. But if you were going to, Jezebel would bring a very high dollar, but it's not because of anything about her. It's about her hide. Her hide. Because folks would take her hide and her horns and be able to resell them for probably 2 or 3 times what they pay for her. And that's really sad. But you guys know they make a lot of leather products using cowhide, rawhide. And when you have a pretty cow like Jezebel, man, people will end up finding ways to make her into a rug or into a furniture piece. Her horns will go on somebody's wall. And that's just really sad to me. That's why we try so hard not to ever let our cows get into a situation where we have crossbreeding. We want to keep the herd pure. Hey, sweetie. A lot of folks, I'm just going to go ahead and say this. There's a lot of people who dread when Danny walks over because you know what's going to happen next. Go ahead. What do you think is going to happen next in about 3, 2, 1, now? Y'all already know I'm going to sing. Y'all know I'm going to sing. Well, I keep falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Yes, I keep falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. 'Cause you get sweeter and sweeter as the days go by. Oh, what love between my Danny and I. I keep falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. What are you finding, sweetie? Here's Danny. That's Charlene over there scratching her horns on that shrub, that bush along the pond. Danny, we're moving on. We didn't bring any muffins, sweetie. We're not bringing any, we don't have muffins today, okay, love? I do love you, but we did not bring muffins today. Sorry, sweetie. Sorry, love. You go eat, though. You go eat. I thought at first there was something white laying there. Well, there is something white, but that's its back side. That's his back. It's down the hill. It's one of our cows who's standing down the hill, and all I could see was its back. That limb over her back looks like a big old snake hanging there. Look. Looks like there's a snake on her back. That scared me so bad for her. She's also backed up to find her a way to scratch. We were gifted two push broom ends that I might try to find a way to mount up over here somewhere. If they're starting to want to scratch on them, you know, and everything, it might be a good time to do that. That right there is Santana, by the way. That's Santana. Oh, this part of the pasture gets real bumpy, y'all. This gets real bumpy over here. Real bumpy. So there's my dancing queen. That's Dolly. Hey, dancing queen. And this is Reba. She's a gorgeous girl. Gosh, she's pretty. Her horns are amazing. Hey, love. Good morning. Such a good girl. All right, let's make our way over here. So the cow looking at us right there is Loretta. That's the dancing queen's daughter. She's also a dancing queen. She's the younger version. How many of you moms enjoy dancing with your daughters? Yeah, that would be Loretta and Dolly. If you enjoyed dancing around with your daughters, then you're kind of like a Loretta and Dolly mix. If you were a longhorn, of course. Now, that one right there behind Loretta, who's up to no good. He's up to no good. That's Prince Willie Joe. Put your lip right, boy. Put your lip right. Loretta, we don't have any muffins. We don't have any muffins here today. That's Prince Willie Joe. Over here on the far side, we have Lord Grayson. And behind Lord Grayson is Santana. Wait, if that's Santana, then that one over there had to have been, that was Waylon. There's Waylon. Then that means that was Pearl. So it was Pearl over here. I said it was Santana, and the whole time it was Pearl. And you guys didn't tell me anything. You didn't tell me anything. Waylon, we don't have any muffins. There's Calamity Jane, Tex. There's Chucky Poo, Chuckle Doodle Doos. There's Gracie, who's also a beautiful cow. Here's Marilyn. There's Jolene. There's Trinity. Here's Amber Rose, Norma Jean. There's our sweet Ruby. Did I name them all? Trinity. Did I say Trinity already? I think that's everybody. Hey, Chucky Poos. Hey, Chuck Meister. Hey, sweetie. I don't have any muffins today, sweet girl. So that's everybody. There we go. We love you, Chucksters. I'm going to drive down and then drive along this fence line and then head back up and put Val back where she belongs before she gets in any trouble. It's pretty wet through here. We haven't had rain in 2 weeks, so there's a lot of water that holds in this low area. So by driving around the edge of the pasture, I can avoid all of those crawdad mounds, those crawfish mounds in the center, because they make it real bumpy. Yeah, if you thought that crawfish only lived in Louisiana, yeah, you were wrong. We have crawfish here too. Crayfish, depending on where you live. All right, well, that was a nice drive about, friends. That was a real nice drive about. This here is Val's. No, that's Roman's halter. That's Roman's halter. There's a lot of water out here on this pasture. Can you guys hear it slushing under my tires? Okay, we already got a problem. I see these two horses running. We have two horses running. I don't see Val. How did she eat that fast? How did Val eat that fast? That's a problem. Oh, Lordy. Gemma and Talus are very upset that Val's not being contained. Settle down, you two. Gemma and Talus, settle down. Oh, and there's Val along the fence with the riffraff. I was afraid of that. I didn't think we were gone that long. And now I'm wondering, did she choose not to eat just to go hang out with the boys? Ladies, don't think you haven't done worse. Did she choose not to eat just to go have some time to hang out with the boys? Because I have, trust me, I have heard a lot worse. As a matter of fact, here we go. Yesterday I'm at my son's soccer game, and I'm sitting I'm sitting there in the stands, and there's students along with parents who are sitting around me, and I'm by myself, so I'm able to listen to conversations. And this football or this soccer game is at the school, but right across the street is a Jack-in-the-Box. And I'm guessing one of these little girls, these middle school girls, 13, 14 years old, wanted to go over there because her boyfriend was there. But her mom says you can't go. So this little girl asked, I'm going to take Roman's. Roman's halter is way too big. I'll just take this lead. This lead will be fine. So this little girl, I hear her. She tells her friend, hey, you keep my phone and give me yours. They traded phones so she'd have a way to contact her while she walks over to Jack-in-the-Box to hang out with her boyfriend. Yeah. And I'm thinking, these are 13 and 14-year-old kids doing stuff like this. And I guess the parents have their phone tracked so she can't just, they can keep an eye on where she's at. They can monitor her. And she says, hey, you hold my phone and give me yours, because she was going to sneak over to Jack-in-the-Box. That's horrible. That's horrible. And it's like you give your kids a phone to think you can keep them a little bit safer, kind of keep an eye on them if you need to. And that's what they end up doing with their phone, trading it with a friend. They can run over to Jack-in-the-Box. Sweetie, oh boy, this is trouble. Val, you're too good for them. Sorry, I don't mean it in a mean way, everybody. I don't mean it in a mean way. Sweetie, you're too good for that riffraff. You are too good for that riffraff right there. They don't care about you, sweetie. They ain't, baby. They don't really care about you, sweetie. I know it sounds kind of mean. Grandpa, come here, love. Easy. Whoa. See, now this is not her type of behavior. This is not her typical behavior right here. Roman's like, don't do it, Val. Those guys are up to no good. I know their type. I've seen their type. I know. Oh, baby, don't walk through that water. Baby, don't go through there. Sweetie, it's so nasty right through there. I have to get her. I don't want to run her. But if I can put this lead around her neck and make me a makeshift halter. All right, Val. I'm coming up behind you, sweetie. Coming around behind you, love. Easy. Whoa, hey. Easy. Come here. Easy. Val. Val. Whoa. Well, that did not work. Oh, my God. Val. We're not going to play this game today, sweetie. We're not going to play this game along this fence line. Don't go down through there. Do not walk down through there. I got to cut her off. I do not want her to walk down behind the RV and end up stepping on all of our stuff. Baby, easy. All right, let's try this again. Here, sweetie. If I have to push her back towards her own pasture, that'll be fine. Or I can push her towards Rita and Roman's pasture. That'll be fine too. I don't mind which pasture she goes into. I just do not want her over here along this fence line with these other horses. Maybe I can get her to go with Rita and Roman. If I can get to this gate in time. Come on, love. Come on, Val. Oh my God. Oh, here comes Rita and Roman though. Come on, Val. Guys, this is why I proclaim that I am not a horseman. Come here, sweetie. I want to hold you right here. Come here. Come here. No, 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 don't call. She's like, ah. She goes, Val, come in here. No Val allowed. Val. No. No, ma'am. No, Rita. Rita tried to close the gate. She goes, I don't want Val in here neither. She ain't coming in here. Val. All right, now I got to get a move on, friends. Now Lester got to get a move on. Oh my gosh. So there's a lot going on. You look at, we got the 3 horses over there, the 2 over here, her friends over here. She had a little bit of freedom to come out and eat. That's why what I probably should have done was put a lead on her, a halter and a lead, and tied her so she couldn't do all of this. Don't mess with those. There's a little bit of spilt grain on the front of that trailer. Maybe she'll walk over and start eating on that a little bit, and I can walk up and put my lead rope around her neck. Nope, she's gonna. Okay, maybe so. Let's see. Come here, sweetie. Come here, love. Hey, easy, easy. Val, whoa, whoa. Guys, I'm gonna put you down for a minute. Come here, sweetie. Okay, come on. Come on, let's go. Come on. Come on. Come on. Don't walk on that side. Wrong hand. That's my wrong hand side. Now my arms are twisted. I got my phone in their hand closer to her. Can y'all see our shadows? I am so twisted up right now. And this is what's hard about getting older. When I was a younger man, I could twist myself into a, I could twist it up, y'all. I could twist it up. But as you get older, twisting in these weird contortion type areas is not as easy. Slow down, Val. You're walking too fast, sweetie. You're walking way too fast. Oh, see, now they're going to bum rush the gate. This makes it very hard. Oh, my gosh. Hey, friends, it's not about video quality right now. It's about getting this horse back in safely for my safety and hers. I'm putting you down for a minute. You're going into my pocket. Come on. Back up. Back up, Gemma. Back up. Gemma, back up. Are y'all there? Are you guys still there? All right. Yeah, there will be some who will complain about being dizzy. But remember, this is not a production. We're on a live video. And you're being walked around the farm with real animals some that could be quite dangerous. You have situations arise, like with the riffraff over here, and different scenarios. And at some point, you have to, as the person who's walking and working, has to realize that the safety of the animals, the safety of me, has to take precedent over trying to catch a quality video for those who are going to complain about being dizzy, or who, you know. And so, no, I don't walk around with a tripod or a selfie stick. I'm able to take my phone, and then there's people who suggest that I should get a head strap or a chest mount. But guys, don't forget, I like to zoom in. I like to see what I'm recording. And you cannot do... Where's my coffee? Where's my coffee? Where's my coffee? Okay, I got out of the side-by-side. I walked around. I got that that halter. I walked through here. Where did I set my coffee? It's not on the floor of the side-by-side. It's not at the RV. I took it off the feeder. I had it with me on the side-by-side. And I don't know where I moved it to. I walked right through here. I was making a plan about how I was going to get Val. I was talking about those kids at my son's school. Huh? Am I being punked? It's not on that table. Oh, I think I remember over. Yeah, I know where I put it. Right here. Ta-da! Golly gee. Okay. Well, friends, I've had you guys for quite a while. It's been a really nice hour. But I want to thank you all for hanging out with me this morning. I do have some jobs I'm going to do. I got cow water to fill up. Horse water's probably to be looked at as well. And then I'll be taking my tractor in and mowing. I hope to see you all on the noon and 3 o'clock video. I enjoy doing those premieres. Let me sit down with you just for a second. I'll put on my glasses and do a little bit of reading. Have y'all saved room for Jesus today? Have y'all saved any room for Jesus? I'm just curious if y'all been saving any room for Jesus whatsoever. Someone says always. Good. So a lot of folks wonder why you do the premiere videos, and a premiere video on YouTube is not, think about the word premiere. It doesn't mean it's breaking news. A premiere is not breaking news, which is the misconception. A premiere video is the first time seeing it. And when you go to see a premiere like in Hollywood, you watch that premiere with the guy or the girl who made the video. Like the producers, they have a premiere show. And so the reason that you do a premiere is so that I have a chance to sit and watch it for the first time with you. And we can talk about it in the chat. So even though the video may be recorded previously, yes, Amelia says premieres are a place to hang out and have fun while you watch a video together. Yeah, so the premiere, the reason they have that is so that you can sit there and watch with your audience, talk about things with your audience in the live chat. So the chat is live. The video was pre-recorded, sometimes that same morning, sometimes the day before. So we do the premieres. It's a way for me to stay with you and watch with you. We can sometimes get a lot of engagement from us having conversations back and forth. So we appreciate you guys doing that. Just don't think that the premiere means there's some kind of breaking news. A premiere is not breaking news. Oh, Nancy says, wait, did Val ever eat? I don't know, Nancy. I didn't walk by her food bowl to see if she ate or not. But if she did not, oh, I'm not letting her out again. Oh, so Brianna says, thank you for explaining what that meant. I had no idea. But you said it clear. Thank you, Brianna. So yes, a premiere is not breaking news. So don't get confused with, oh my God, there's a premiere. Something big must have happened. No. And then going live does not, used to we would only go live on those, this is farmhand stuff, y'all. That's why my hands are dirty. Going live is also just a chance to interact with your audience and do things in real time. So there's a lot of folks who had no idea about what a premiere video is. Yeah, so I schedule my videos, the actual recorded, edited videos at noon and at 3 o'clock. I try to avoid the afternoons because I know you guys get busy, and that's also when all of the other creators, every creator that I know, all go in the afternoon. The Cog Hills. Actually, I think Cog Hill goes in the morning, but a lot of the creators go in the afternoon. So I keep mine midday, try to break up the monotony a little bit for folks who want to watch them. Of course, they're always available. But we have a noon video today I've already built. It's going to be a good one. And then I'm working on my 3 o'clock video. I think that you'll enjoy both of them. And I'll be there with you. Are you going to spay Barnaby? So Barnaby is a male. They get neutered, not spayed. Spaying is for females and neutering is for males. But I would have to try to catch Barnaby first. And he's not my cat. Don't forget, guys, that we don't know for a fact if he belongs to somebody. So he may just come over here and eat because he lives in one of these houses behind the property. I don't know. So Karen would like to see me get some kind of a small gate. Karen, that's a 20-foot section right there. So that's going to be a very large gate to go across there if we decide to do that. But I know what you're talking about. And we've looked into it. We'll try to figure it all out. All right. Well, friends, thank you so very much for watching. We love you. We're blessed to have you. And I'm going to go and get started on my jobs for the day. And you guys make your day just as productive, huh? All right. Thank you so much. We'll catch you guys at noon. Bye now.